Hi, my name's Kieran and I'm a canine behaviour and training advisor here at Battersea. Today we're going to show you how to get your dog used to being handled, which is especially important for trips to the vets or the groomers. We're also going to show you a few techniques to make these visits much less stressful. Unsurprisingly, going to the vets or groomers can be a really frightening experience for your dog. Being in a strange environment and handled by people that they don't know can be really overwhelming. But there are a few ways you can make your dog more comfortable in these situations. Begin the handling training at home when your dog's nice and calm. Have a handful of food behind your back and a bed for them to settle on. Stroke your dog in an area you know they're comfortable being touched, like their chest or shoulder. After a few seconds, stop and reward them. Practice this a few times. Repeat these steps, but this time, stroke them in an area they're less comfortable being touched. Begin with only really brief touches, and then slowly increase the amount of time you're handling the dog for, remembering to praise and reward the dog as you go. How quickly you can progress through these steps will depend on your dog. Some dogs are really comfortable being handled, whereas others will try and avoid it. If your dog has any areas that they particularly dislike being touched, like their paws or their ears, then you'll need to move very slowly and build this up as you go. If at any point your dog wants to move away, allow them to do so and wait for them to return to you. This lets your dog know that you're listening to their communication signals, which is important as it lets the trust between you grow quicker. Forcing a dog to interact with you or restraining them in any way can cause your dog to panic. If they're not coming back to you after moving away, perhaps they need a break or a tastier reward. Over time, your dog should become more comfortable with handling, but if you find they're still struggling, then we'd recommend you contact a behaviourist. Once your dog is comfortable being handled, you can then introduce unfamiliar objects in the same way. For a dog that's never visited the vets or groomers before, things like brushes, scissors and stethoscopes can be really daunting, so it's a good idea to build a positive association with these first. Some dogs may already be familiar with these objects, but there may be some anxiety attached to them. If this is the case, you may need to go extra slow. We're going to start with a brush. Show your dog the brush and then reward them for investigating it. Once they are comfortable around it, you can then brush them on the chest just for a few seconds and then stop and reward them. Repeat this and slowly increase the amount of time you're brushing your dog for, remembering to stop and reward them along the way. You can then do the same thing while brushing them on other parts of their body. Keep sessions short and sweet, remembering to listen to your dog. If you find they are moving away from you often, you may need to go back to the previous stage. Some dogs might be worried by the noise an item makes rather than the item itself. You'll need to build up the positive associations to these noises in the same way. By getting your dog used to these experiences, they'll hopefully be more comfortable when visiting the vets or the groomers. But there are other things you can do as well to make the trips less stressful. Get some of your dog's favourite treats or toys and arrange a visit to the vets or groomers without staying for an appointment. This will give them a chance to get to know the environment and meet some of the staff. Giving them treats and toys when they're there will start to build a positive association with the visits. If they are very anxious, it may be best to wait outside or in the car. Always let your vet or groomer know when you're booking your appointment if you have any concerns. They may be able to help things run more smoothly. Those are our tips on how to help your dog get used to handling in preparation for a trip to the groomers or the vets. If you would like to learn more about how to train your dog the Battersea way, then visit our website and follow our channels.